Happy weekend, y'all. It is the Stonk Dad here, and welcome to another episode with me. I am Alex, and I'm just going to do a quick little video today. I got a really awesome question in my Twitter comments over the weekend here, and I kind of wanted to go over it with y'all because it could be a good learning experience for you guys and also for myself. So let's get right into this question. Let's figure out what we can do better in our trading and how we can utilize the tools that we have to better ourselves. So I got a really nice question here from Vic Ram on Twitter. He says, looking for your opinion. On Friday, the market net flow, MNF, market net flow, was very bullish, difference about 22 million, till about 10:30 a.m., probably about his time. It looked like a typical trend day, and then the big drop happened starting at 10:15. How do you handle your account for days like that? So he asked a awesome question. And I kind of wanted to go over that because we did have bullish flow on Friday, and the price action did not follow that flow at all. And pretty much flow followed price action in this case. So his question is, how did I manage my plays during that time? Because I actually did take a loss, and I'm very much one for saying that everyone loses. Not everything's perfect, especially the tools that we have, but there are ways to mitigate some losses, especially exponential ones, and we can learn from that. So just to preface this, I did take a losing trade on Friday because I, just like him, got kind of confused on why flow was so bullish, and then we did not head up any higher. So let's take a look at what flow did, and then I can kind of share with you my thought process on what happened on Friday. So he was talking about market net flow. So this is market net flow, and just to give a little brief summary of what this is, it shows all of the calls and puts of the entire market, buys and sells in the entire market. So in this case, market net flow, we had a very strong bullish momentum in calls, and puts were kind of just stagnant. They were at zero, and then they came up slightly. But I think he's talking about this really big drop in the morning at about 10:15 Eastern time, when we completely fell off, and then flow started to figure itself out. And first things first, I always look at the convergence bars here. So the reason I didn't take that big of a loss was strictly because of these convergence bars down here. And what these convergence bars do is it tells me the strength of price action relative to flow. So if price action is very strong with volume, I'm not sure exactly what constitutes convergence to flip like that, but I've just noticed that it works very well. It could have a lot of different coding aspects to it, but with volume and stuff like that. But in this case, you can see that green convergence started in the morning, and we kind of chopped a little bit. We did head up from like 450.50 to around 451.25 ish, which is like about a 70-cent move. But yeah, and then immediately, like right when gray convergence started, that pretty much told you that you should probably get out of your longs. Now, if you're a more of a long-term holder, as far as day trade goes, and you're watching market net flow, you might have wanted to stay in it just a little bit. But yeah, I normally, what I do is I always wait for pullbacks, no matter how bullish the flow is. I always wait for pullbacks to EMAs or gray to green flips. I always strive on gray to green flips. But in this case, this gray convergence here, I'm just pinpointing it, but it did sort of get you out if you were in long positions right in the morning, if you got out at that gray flip there. And then this is actually the trade that I did take. Usually when I get into trades, I always get in on green flips. So in this case, I was green for a little bit. And then I just held because I didn't make that much. I was green for a little bit, but I just held, and then I eventually just took my stop loss hit, and I broke below this 450 level. Is pretty much that level that I got out of. That was the large gamma exposure level. But you can see I got in there, and I kind of held through it. I was green for a little bit. I held, and then it turned gray convergence. And I still held even with the gray convergence because of how bullish flow was. But you can see it did keep you, it got you out of that that losing trade as we continued down for a little bit. But that's kind of just like my thought process on using market net flow in your trades. Sometimes it can be very rewarding, but sometimes it just doesn't work out. Um, I just want to say how awesome this tool has been for me in my trading. It hardly ever loses, but when it does, it kind of sucks, and it kind of puts a dagger in your heart because you trust it so much. But you just got to accept sometimes it's going to lose. You got to respect your strategies. In this case, I did take like a 17% loss, I think, on my SPY calls. And I also was in ES longs as well. But that was just a losing day for me. It is what it is. You just got to keep it going, keep with your strategy. And I feel like it does better. The more times that you continue it, I feel like it does better than it does worse. So maybe this will help you, Mr. I forgot your name here. Let me pull up your name here. Vic, I hope this helps you, and hopefully anyone watching this, I hope that helps you. I don't want to keep this video going on for too long because I do want to record a recap video on convergence. So if you want to see that, I'm going to be posting that a little bit later today as well. But with that, I hope to see you guys in the next one. Let me know how I can improve as a creator regarding these tools as a trader. I'm very interested in your comments. And maybe if you have questions like this, I would love to make a video about that as well, because I, like you guys, am just a normal dude and I am learning as well. I'll see you guys in the next one.